Morning everyone and welcome back to another video. If I swing around here, where is it? There, sun is just coming up. Sitting on the rocks. It's not the kind of typical day I'd fish the rocks around here. It's super flat this morning. There's not a lot of lift and not a lot of swell, which is kind of goes against what I usually say about rock fishing. But I was going to go out in the boat, but it's supposed to blow up today, so I thought I'll come around the rocks and give it a crack anyway. I love fishing off the rocks, haven't done it in ages, so I thought I'd give it a nudge. The spot I've picked this morning is a spot I've fished quite a few times in my videos, but I picked this spot this morning because it's got a little wash rock out the front, so it's getting a little bit of a swell slapping against the rocks and things like that. So this is where I'm fishing. The burley's already in. Sneak in here and see if there's anything sitting in there. Nah. But yeah, the burley's in the water doing its thing. It's a big deep gut down here. It's another gut that runs around in here. As the tide pushes in, I'll pull the burley back to there and start fishing out there. I've already set the rods up. I'll show you what I'm running and then we'll get into it. So stick bait this morning. I'm running a Nano Matrix 3-piece stick bait rod. This reel here, can't even tell you what that is because I'm trialing it, but it's a kingy reel. It's really smooth. I've caught a few kingies on it. It's got really good drag, and I'm throwing a Nomad stick bait. This is one of my two top stick baits. It's kind of like a squid one end and a fish the other, but it goes really well, swims really well. Rock rod, I'm just using my OG Coronado 80 Nano Matrix 3-piece land-based rod. That's 6'8", 10 to 15 kg. And then live bait setup, I've got the Azores 6000, obviously it's all Okuma. And then I've got that on the Makira stick bait, P10, so that's all set up for a livey. So the sun's just coming up. I put the burley in. While I was, well, before I set everything up, so we're ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick a Mackie out and see if there's anything around. Then I might even just put that in the rocks and leave that there while the burley does its thing and throw some stick baits. So let's get into it, eh? Fingers crossed. I don't know how it's going to go today. I mean, as I said, I don't usually fish at this flat, but awesome morning. I mean, can't complain. I'm way around the rocks. I don't think anyone's going to be coming around here and bothering me today. Super nice, super clear. Let's get into it, eh? All right, first bait that's going out, it's a little Mackie. So what I like to do, I've just defrosted that. I gave him a little cut down the stomach to let just all the goodies ooze out. I'll just show you how I rig it up. So I've just got an 8-bar BKK hook, just your standard J hook or octopus hookers, some people call them, I don't know, same thing. Anyway, good, solid, thick hook. So I just go one through the back of the tail, and then I thread it back through the middle. And that reason is, so then if you hook up on the weeds and it pulls it, it just doesn't pull the hook out of one spot. If it pulls the hook out of one spot like that, then it's still going to catch there. So you're not losing your baits as easy. Then I go up through his melon, the back of his melon like that. Big exposed hook out the top. That's it, half hitch the tail. We're ready to boogie. Let's do it. So, real weedy and gnarly down in here. You push out to about 10 meters out that way, there's a weed line. Past that weed line, it's kind of small bouldery rocks all through there. So I've caught some good snapper here, but always my thought is if I get a really big one, let's let it pull line out into the middle, fight it out there, wait for it to tire out, bring it in over the gnarly stuff. So I'll try and, I'm just gonna flick this out. There's a big gut that runs out there, so I'm gonna try and find the weed line and where the gut meets. Just like that. Set the bait runner. Sweet. Couple of, here we go. That's been in the water 20 seconds. Got a couple of bonbons in, snappery. That's quite ideal for this time of the morning, first bait. Still there. It's not huge, but he's pulling a bit of bait runner, and I don't set it lightly, so great attitude off the mark. Now I think there's pickers on it, so I'll just bring it in and flick it out, get it away from the pickers. That's bloody ideal, especially for a calm morning. See what I was just saying? Get a couple of loops through the back there, and then it just stops it from that last little bit falling off, and chances are that's a mouthful. I'll flick that out and we'll probably hook a little snap with that. To be honest, probably don't need to be fishing out that far this time in the morning. You know what they say, fish your feet first, so I should really be down in here, but if I stop that there, it's quite deep. It's going to come back through that gut anyway, drift down. Something on that already. Tightening up. On. Didn't need the bait runner. It's only small, but can't complain when it's first bait. Little undersized snap, I'd say. Well, that's no record breaker, but for first bait, sometimes it can take a while for it to come on here. Got a good little run first bait, and then got that, so I can't complain. Get that back in the drink, and let's put another one out, and hopefully this burley works and get some good ones in here. See you, mate. Oh, that's a nice fish. It's an all good fish. Hit well, just on half a piper. Oh, he ran really well. Gotta love it when they pick them up like that and don't piss around and just go for a good run. It's not fighting hard. Initial weight was good, but to be honest, these fish, I've been catching a few snaps of late, nothing crazy, but they've all been fighting well above their weight. But this will be a nice penny. Here it comes. Not bad for like third bait, not bad at all. Cannot complain with that, team. Getting buried down there in the weeds. Woo! Bring him around here. Try not to damage him on the rocks. Like that. Mate, look at that. It's not a bad snap. Nice penny for the start of the morning, eh? Oh, it's a really nice healthy fish. Big hook right in the corner of the mouth. He's healthy as. He's going back in the drink. Oh, no. Oh, that was a good fish. What happened? It snapped me. Pull the hook. Ah, that was just about to pull line. And my drag's pretty tight. Oh, that was not huge, but that was a good fish. That was a big mackie. Took a whole big mackie. Oh, hopefully I didn't piss him off too much. Maybe I sometimes forget about how big the bait is. Probably should have given it a bit longer, but it was hooked. Damn it. All right. Another one. Wasn't huge, it wasn't the big dog we come looking for, because it would have just steamed off, but that was a good fish. Didn't take long. That's the spot too. We'll just roll it there to tighten it up. The whole idea of doing it like that is so you don't wind it and tighten it and then a big fish grab it while it's not on bait runner. Here we go. Oh, that's got some weight to it. That's a good run. Come back. That was a good one. Could feel the weight of that fish. Come back. Did you get it? Oh, you got it. They're out there. They're out there. Alright, so the burley's floating out there, so I put the rod in the rocks to try and throw a stick bait and see if I could hook it, and I've got quite a good snapper on, and that was just peeling the bait runner. Oh, it is a good snap. That was peeling the bait runner while I was had it in the rocks, and then it just didn't stop running. I was like, shit, I better grab that. It's a nice fish. It's not pulling line, but it's keeping a lot of tension on. Stay away from that rock there. Go, no, away from that rock. Oh, the birds are all on it. I don't know if I'll get that back. Got colour, nice snap. Oh, don't go down there. Good snap. That was on that chunk of kahawai. Oh, it's so slippery here. It's a good snap. Might just put him in this rock pool here for a second and see if I can get this burley. Real quick. Hey, golly. Ah! What an emotional roller coaster. Oh, he's got me in the digs. So weedy down there. I mean, that's by no means a great fish, but it's like a nice penny, but they still get you in the weeds. Nice fish though, sitting down in the gut. Can't complain with that. Oh. And you, my friend, have just booked yourself a one-way ticket out of here because you swallowed it. Perfect eater. You would have been going back, brother. Your dinner. I don't know if you can really see it from there, but it's blowing up out there like it was supposed to. The tide's coming in on that rock, and I was just wasting a lot of bait just catching pickers really and small stuff. I think I missed my opportunities this morning. Nothing too big, but a few nice fish on the board. We've got a couple in the bag. I just started walking back and I've just found this really nice little bay. I haven't found it, I walk through it all the time, but I really like it. But yeah, it's still early, but I'm pretty hungry, so I think I'm just going to cook up one of those snaps. I don't really have anything too exciting to cook it with, but I'm just going to find some firewood and set up a fire and just chuck it on there, cook it whole, and have a bit of a snack because I've got nothing better to do. So yeah, we'll find some firewood and get into it, eh? Well, I don't think it could look any better, to be honest. It looks perfect. I mean, she's a sight for sore eyes, but it'll do the trick. Pretty cool little spot. Sitting back here in my little half a hut. Got my little fork. Main thing is it's pretty well cooked, so I'll get into it, try some. I mean, it's not going to be anything spectacular, especially not if you're eating heaps of scales, but I mean, it's just fish, but fish is good. It doesn't get much more fresh than this. It's actually tasty, man. It's cool. This kind of makes it all that much better just because you've barbecued it over an open fire around the rocks, but nah, rather be doing this than sitting out there catching more pannies, wasting all my bait. Put my fresh pipers back in the freezer, but yeah, I'll sit here and chill and eat this and just sit in my little hut, which is pretty cool. It's really sheltered. It's shitty out there. Got my little fire cranking, got my lunch, but yeah, whoa, dry logs, eh? But now that's it. I'm gonna finish this and then cruise back around the rocks, probably go into town for a coffee and chill. I'm gonna go back out tomorrow. The weather's gonna be nice tomorrow. I'm probably gonna chase some kingies in the boat or something, but yeah, until then, I'll catch you on the next one. I hope you really enjoyed this. If you're liking the content, please like it and subscribe. Big thank you to everyone who's watching the videos and liking and commenting. I love the comments. We'll always get back to you. But yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this. We're going to be doing heaps of land-based missions this year. I love my land-based fishing, and it's coming into that time when it gets really good. So I'm going to be doing plenty of that. And you know, if we've got heaps of time, then we'll stop off and light a fire and cook up for feed and do cool stuff like this. But yeah, cheers for watching. But yeah, cheers for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.